Welcome students. In today's session we will be studying Geography chapter 5 part 1 and the name of the chapter is Major Domains of the Earth. Introduction. There are four major domains of the Earth. There are four major domains of the Earth. Means Earth is divided into these four major domains. Example like the lithosphere, the hydrosphere, the atmosphere and the biosphere. Now here see, lithosphere form the solid part of the earth and contains landforms like plateaus, mountains, plains and valleys. Here lithosphere, litho means land and sphere means layer. So land layer that contains plateaus example like the tableland, then mountains, plain and valley, these all considered as the part of lithosphere. Then hydrosphere, hydro means water and sphere means layer. So water layer is the next layer and covers 3/4 of the earth in the form of water bodies. We know that there is 29% of the land which is covered by the hydrosphere water layer. The atmosphere. Atmosphere, atom means air and sphere means layer. So the air layer forms a protective layer and shields of the earth from the intense sun rays. In the atmosphere, there is a protective layer and the name of that layer is ozone, as well as there are five atmospheric various parts are there which protect us from the sun's rays, in which many gases are present, as well as dust particle, as well as water vapor. Then we used to say that very important for living being survival, oxygen is there, carbon dioxide is there, nitrogen is there and the others. Then biosphere. Bio means living life and sphere means layer. So living life's layer, that is biosphere. So biosphere is the last domain of the earth and is made up of all the plants and animals and non-living things. So biosphere, in this biosphere, plants and animals as well as it consists of all living life. Here the spheres of the earth, we used to say the atmosphere, the lithosphere, the hydrosphere and the biosphere. Now lithosphere. The solid portion of the earth on which we live is called the lithosphere. Here you can see this is the solid portion, the piece of solid portion. This is the apex level, means the uppermost part where we build our houses, where we do the transportation activities, where we build schools, factories, etc. And as we go deeper in depth, here is the center of the earth. So this is the lithosphere and this is the solid portion of the earth on which we live is called lithosphere. Then atmosphere. The gaseous layer that surrounds the earth, where oxygen, nitrogen, carbon dioxide and other gases found such as helium, ozone as well as dust particle, water vapor, etc. Then hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, water layer. The earth's surface surrounded by water is called the hydrosphere. The hydrosphere comprises water in all its forms, that is ice, water and water vapor. Biosphere. The biosphere is the narrow zone where we find land, water and air together, which contains all forms of life. So here biosphere, it is a narrow zone. We can use to say there is a land, we can find land, water and together interact, and cause of this interaction what is happening, living life exists. Just see land, on the land we can grow the food, water is required for all living beings for survival to grow plants and all, as well as air which is required to respire. So due to this land, water and air, what is there, living life is exist, and that is called as biosphere. So here you can see, my dear students, this is the lithosphere. You can see this is the land portion is called as lithosphere. Atom is air, and the air layer, that is the atmosphere. Then here hydrosphere, which contains water body, and due to this water, air and the land, what is happening? This living life exists on the planet Earth, and this is what about the necessary factor for this biosphere, these hydrosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere. Now the lithosphere, once again, the solid portion of the earth is called the lithosphere. It comprises the rock of the earth's crust and the thin layer of soil that contain nutrients elements which sustain organisms. Nutrients and elements means in the soil we used to grow crops, various types of plants, and due to these nutrients, these living organisms sustaining as well as their growth took place over there, which cause of that living life can survive. There are two main divisions of the earth surface. See, earth surface divided into two main divisions, which are these: the large land masses are known as the continents, and the huge water bodies are called the ocean basins. See, the whole earth is divided into two main divisions. One division, that is land division, and the other is in the water body. So land division is divided, that is called as continents, means that are called as continents, and the water body, which is the water portion, that we divided into 5 major oceans. As well as how many continents are there? There are 7 continents on the planet Earth and 5 major oceans. But all these oceans of the worlds are connected with one another. These all oceans, just only according to their area, we got separated, we identified to them with the various names. But these all oceans of the worlds, they are connected with one another. The level of the sea water remains the same everywhere. As we know that if we put the water in the bathtub, then water will not get collect at one place. It will occupy space everywhere at the same level. So the level of the sea water remains same everywhere on the earth. Elevation of land is measured from the level of the sea, which is taken as 0. Suppose here this is the water body, and from here the elevation, this is called as sea level. Okay, this is called as sea level. Then elevation of the land, suppose sometimes in the form of mountain, sometimes in the form of hill, then which is measured from the level of sea, 0 degree from here, 0 level from here, then to the apex. So in this way, elevation of land measured from the level of sea, which is taken considered as 0, then 0, then 1, then 5, then 1000, in that manner. This is the whole planet Earth, which is divided into two parts: continents and the oceans, means landmass and the water body. So landmass, which is divided into 7 continents, means on the planet Earth how much land is there. That land got that land we used to say is divided into continents, and these continents are 7 continents. You can see North America, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia, Australia and Antarctica. So in that manner, these 7 continents, in the form of these 7 continents, land mass is divided. Then in that manner, we used to say here see continents. There are 7 major continents separated by large water bodies. These continents got separated with one another with the help of these water bodies: South America, then North America, then Africa, Asia, Europe and Australia and Antarctica. So these got separated with the help of water bodies. These continents are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Australia and Antarctica. So my dear students, how many continents are there on the planet Earth? There are 7 continents on the planet Earth. Like that way, we will see according to its area and what its characteristics. Now Asia. Asia is the largest continent. Asia, you can see here, this is the Asia where India is also located in Asia continent. So India's location is in the Asia continents. So Asia is the largest continent among all. It covers about 1/3 of the total landmass area of the earth. So near about 1/3 land area which covers in the Asia continent. The continent lies in the eastern hemisphere. You can see here, these are the latitudinal lines, and this area is called as the eastern hemisphere and this is called as the western hemisphere. So Asia, location of this Asia continent is in eastern hemisphere, as well as you can see this is equator, and above the equator Tropic of Cancer, below the equator Tropic of Capricorn. So here Asia continent and Asia continent location is in the Tropic of Cancer, means Tropic of Cancer passes through Asia continent. Then the Tropic of Cancer passes through this continent. Asia is separated from Europe by the Ural mountain in the west. Now you can see this is Asia and Europe, and here you can see the boundary of Asia and Europe, which got these two continents got separated due to the Ural mountain. So which mountain is here in between these? Ural mountain. So due to Ural mountain, Europe and Asia continent, they got separated with one another. The combined landmass of Europe and Asia is called Eurasia. Here see, this is the combined landmass. Here you can see, and this area is called as Eurasia. Now second continent, which is Europe, is much smaller than Asia. The continent lies to the west of Asia. This continent is west part of Asia continent. The Arctic Circle passes through it. It is bound by water bodies on 3 sides. You can see here, this is Europe. Arctic Ocean is one side, Atlantic Ocean, and also this side is little bit land masses like Mediterranean Sea and all. So this Europe continent covered by 3 sides water bodies. Now Africa. Africa is the second largest continent after Asia. So which is the second largest continent? Africa. The equator or 0° latitude runs almost through the middle of this continent. You can see here, this is the Africa continent, and Africa continent here 0° equator. If equator which is passes from this to this is passes from the middle of Africa continent. Africa continent which comes in both the hemisphere, north hemisphere as well as in the south hemisphere. Largest Sahara desert which is located in Africa. See here, the Sahara desert, the world's largest hot desert, is located in Africa. The continent is bound on all sides by oceans and seas. This continent means Africa continents bounded from all the sides water bodies. Okay, so here world's largest Sahara desert is also located in in Africa, as well as world's longest river, Nile river, is also located in continent Africa. Now North America. North America is the third largest continent of the world. First is Asia, second is Africa, and third largest continent is North America. It is linked to South America by a very narrow strip of land, is called Isthmus of Panama. Now here we can see this is North America, and North America which is connected with the South America with with isthmus, and this isthmus is called as Panama Isthmus. Now see here, the continent lies completely in the northern and western hemisphere. 3 oceans surround these continents. Now we will again come back to North America. Here North America and South America, there is a very narrow strip of land. Means the large water body, and from that large water body a little bridge like structure, narrow strip of land, that is called as isthmus, and this isthmus is known as Panama Isthmus. Then this North America is completely, we can use to say, above the equator, means it is completely is in the north hemisphere. This is the area above the equator area, is known as, comes in the northern hemisphere. Okay, as well as this side portion comes in the western hemisphere. So north and western hemisphere, this North America is situated. Now South America. South America lies mostly in southern hemisphere, means South America location totally is in the southern hemisphere. The Andes is the world's longest mountain range, runs through its length from north to south. And South America has the world's largest river, the Amazon. Now we will come back to the South America. South America, you can use to say it is completely is in the south hemisphere. Okay, then here you can see world's this Andes mountain. Then also you can use to say here the Amazon world's largest river is also located in South America. So South America, the continent location is in the south hemisphere. Then Andes mountain, which is located in the South America, as well as world's largest river Amazon is also located in this continent. Australia. Australia is one of the islands, and Australia is the smallest continent that lies entirely in the southern hemisphere. It is surrounded on all sides by oceans and seas, so that's why it is called an island continent. So we can use to say this Australia, this is completely is in the south hemisphere, and all sides covered by the water, so that's why it is called as an island continent. With this we can move towards the Antarctica continent. Antarctica continent completely lies to the southern hemisphere, as well as it is located at the South Pole, and it is a huge continent. The South Pole lies almost at the center of this continent, means South Pole, North Pole and South Pole. These two poles are there, Earth, and the South Pole is at the center of this continent. As it is located in the South Polar region, it is permanently covered with thick ice sheets, means this continent is completely at here you can see in the white appearance, because it suggests that this continent almost covered by the thick ice sheets. With this now we will move towards the hydrosphere. Hydrosphere, water bodies. The earth is called the blue planet, and why it is called as blue planet? Because near about 1/3 proportion of the earth's surface which is covered by the water, and in the water when sky reflection falls it looks like blue, so that's why earth is called as blue planet. More than 71% of the earth is covered by water and 29% is with land. Hydrosphere consists of water in all its forms, in the form of ice, in the form of steam, then in the form of liquid. So it is consists of water in all its forms. More than 97% of the water is found in the oceans and is too salty for human use. See, the water which is available, 71% water is there on the planet Earth, But then too, why there is a need to save water? Because even though 71% area is covered by the water, but then too this water is most probably salty, means among 100% water, 97% water is salty. So how much proportion? Only 3% of the water which is used to which is available to use, means water percentage, water percentage is just only 3%. A large proportion of the rest of the water is in the form of ice sheets and glaciers or under the ground, and very small percentage is available as fresh water for human use. See my dear students, among 3% of water, a large proportion of water that is in the form of ice, some of the water that is underground, as well as very few percentage of the land which is few percentage of the water which is available in the form of rivers and the lakes, means directly for the human use, little amount of water, little percent of the amount of the water which is available on the planet earth. And that's why whenever there is water problem, there is a call that is to save waters and use water carefully and all. Now here we can use to say this is hydrosphere, which is hydrosphere divided into 5 major oceans. Then we will see oceans. There are major part of the hydrosphere. Oceans are the major part of the hydrosphere, means in the water bodies, oceans part is, we used to say, major. They are all interconnected, means all these oceans connected with one another. The 3 chief movement of ocean waters, means 3 chief main important movements of the ocean water, that are the waves, tides and the ocean currents. Waves means these ocean water always move, these water moves, the movements of the ocean water. Then tides, there are the 2 types of tides, neap tides and spring tides. Okay, and the ocean currents, warm ocean currents, cold ocean currents. So these are the movements of the ocean water. The 5 major oceans are the Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean and Arctic Ocean. We can say Pacific Ocean, Indian Ocean, Southern Ocean, Atlantic Ocean and Arctic Ocean. This is the Pacific Ocean, which is biggest among all, which is shaped in O shaped. This ocean is, we will see, Pacific Ocean. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean among all. It is spread over 1/3 of the earth. Like Asia continent, Pacific Ocean is also covered 1/3 of the earth spread. Then Mariana Trench means it is the deepest part of the earth, that is located in the Pacific Ocean. Pacific Ocean is almost circular in shape, means in the shape of O, like O, English alphabet O. Asia, Australia, North and South America surround it. This Pacific Ocean surrounded these Asia, Australia, North and South America continent, surrounded Asia, Australia, North and South America continent. So we studied about Pacific Ocean, largest ocean among all. Then Atlantic Ocean. The Atlantic Ocean is the second largest ocean in the world. It is S-shaped. You can see here, this is Atlantic Ocean and its shape is like S. So this is Atlantic Ocean. It is S in shape. It is also located at the equator, and that's why most probably this Atlantic Ocean comes in the warm current area. So here Atlantic Ocean, it is flanked by the North and South Americas on the western sides and Europe and Africa on the eastern sides. Here we can see this is North America, this is South America, this is Europe and Africa. North and South America east part and Europe and Africa's west part, this Atlantic Ocean is located. And this Atlantic Ocean is commercial purpose also, very busy ocean, very busy ocean we used to consider as Atlantic Ocean. The coastline of the Atlantic Ocean is highly indented. This irregular and indented coastline provides an ideal location for natural harbors and ports. Natural harbors where ships are loaded, ports, etc. From the point of view of commerce, it is the busiest ocean among all. So Atlantic Ocean in the point of view of the commerce means business, trade. It is very important and it is the second largest ocean in the world. We'll move towards Indian Ocean. Indian Ocean is named after the country India. So it is located at the south part of India, south part of Asia continent. The shape of the ocean is almost triangular in shape. This ocean is in that manner. We will see on the global level this ocean location. See this Indian Ocean, it is in the triangular in shape. It is located at the south part of Asia continent. The shape of this ocean is almost triangular. In the north, it is bound by Asia, in the west by Africa, and the east by Australia. So here see this Indian Ocean, here Asia continent, Africa and Australia. This is Australia. So this is in the way, in this manner we used to consider Indian Ocean is in the triangular in shape. Then Southern Ocean. Southern Ocean encircles the continent of Antarctica and extended northward to 60 degrees of south latitude. Southern Ocean, here it is the Southern Ocean. It is located completely in the south hemisphere, 60 degree south latitude. And Arctic Ocean here, which is located in the north hemisphere, North Pole. Here the Arctic Ocean is located within the Arctic Circle and surrounds the North Pole. It is connected with the Pacific Ocean by a narrow stretch of shallow water known as Bering Strait. Bering Strait, through which this ocean is connected with Pacific Ocean. It is bound by the northern coast of North America and Eurasia. Here North America and Eurasia means, here see, this is North America and this is Europe, Eurasia. This Arctic Ocean is bounded, means its spread is towards in this area. So with this we have concluded the oceans, 5 major oceans. I hope you understood this session. Thank you.